Wilmington and Jerry. Look at that. Well, we missed a holiday yesterday, but I'll go ahead and say it. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, that's the real holiday. Today, Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
Yep.
Everybody, how is everybody today?
Yeah.
Everybody good? We'll do some news here in just a minute, but I figure we need to start out today with a couple Mexican words of the day. The first one is cherish.
Wait, okay, these are real words. You're not going to make like one of those Mexican words or Hispanic Canadian.
Just bought some new living room furniture, and the cherish, very comfortable.
Oh, here we go.
Mexican word of the day, cheese it. While playing tag with her amigos, Sonia got tagged. Now she's dead. Let's do one more, and I'll give you some more later. Mexican word of the day, data. When asked by the policia which way the thief ran, Juan pointed and said, data way. You're welcome.
He's got the red car out front.
You get that for free today, folks. You get that for free.
See, Data was the kid on the Goonies, right?
I don't know.
The inventor kid?
I think that was
Star Trek.
No, Lost in Space. No, it was Star Trek,
Yeah.
We got C.T. Bowen today. We're getting all these car dealers. Chris Robinson, this is what it looks like when a car dealer comes
Don't
in.
get me murdered, man. Come on.
You're friends with Chris, right?
I seen him Friday, actually.
And now he's going after the car dealers.
I love car dealers. Some of my best friends growing up are car dealers. You never heard of them, I don't think, but I'll mention them. Herb Earhart, he was in Spina. Gene Gerald's, great guys. Dean Snow. And Sabina one time used to have 4 or 5 used car lots. Now we have nada.
Well, we used to have a restaurant in the city.
Yes, Traditions is a sad day. It's for sale if somebody wants to buy it.
Really?
My wife was telling
Traditions
me
is
about
closed, yeah. And that's sad, because I think they got good food. But any kind of small business, people will complain because they did raise their prices because they had to pay their bills, you know? That's part of the way it works now, folks, you know? You got to make enough money to at least pay your bills. And they had a little struggle with that, you know.
I miss Frosty's when it was there.
Well, see, they had even what they called the Benny Burger, the Frosty Burger.
Yeah.
So it was a good place. Best thing there was biscuits and gravy. Best biscuits and gravy around. No one can compare to them. Yes, they were the best. Now, I told my wife, you better figure it out. I'm going to have some every once in a while.
Don't they have biscuits and gravy, that peaches and cream or whatever the hell?
No, they don't. You know, they don't serve breakfast yet. But I just wonder if maybe they might start.
It would be a smart thing for them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that means they're going to work longer hours.
Right, and I tell you, they got good food there. If you're ever in Spina, you need to check that place out. It's right across from the old IGA. Fresh pizza and cream. I mean, great ice cream. Plus, she makes these like frappuccinos. Oh my God, they're good with real ice cream.
That's hard to find these days, real ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Usually
good
the soft
stuff.
serve stuff.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, CT is a car dealer down in Hillsboro. We're going to get to him in the second 15 minutes. I do have some news.
Do they make their own ice cream over it?
It's soft serve, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let me get some news, guys. Feel free to throw in your 2 cents if you'd like. Just to let everybody know, right now, Mother's Day is Sunday. So, we had Star Wars Day yesterday. We got Cinco de Mayo today. Mother's Day is Sunday. So.
That's good. You won't be on the air to piss off Mother.
And I'm going to tell you what, I've already got my good deed done. I already gave my wife her Mother's Day present. And she was happy with it, so I'm already off the hook here. We actually DJ a car show on Mother's Day. And a lot of people go, well, that's kind of sacrilegious. What are you doing that for? Well, a lot of people are like me. We don't have mom anymore. Mom's gone, you know? So it's actually a nice distraction. So Mother's Day show, this Sunday, Cedar Creek 10 to 3 come out. DJ service, you're going to start hearing a little more about that. Hey, Rick Morton. Just because it's starting to get busy. Tonight we got a little private event we're doing. Tomorrow's Chubby's, weather permitting, although
Yes.
Rick says all hell's supposed to break loose tomorrow. So hopefully that's not the case. Thursday will be at Fresh Pizza and Cream, which Rick, we met the Evil Emperor up there last week. But
Saw that.
are you gonna be gone Thursday?
I'm going to
night?
be going Thursday. I'm leaving
Okay.
Thursday morning.
All right. So Thursday we'll have maybe possibly a little cruise in there and our talk show. And it should be fun. It's right across from Yule's. And then Sunday, the Mother's Day show. So we're starting to get things starting to roll a little bit. Warren Buffett, 94-year-old Warren Buffett decided to retire after 60 years at Berkshire Hathaway.
Yeah.
Started in 1965 with a struggling company, building up to a $1.1 trillion conglomerate. Berkshire owns 189 businesses, including Duracell, Fruit of the Loom, and major stockholders in Coca-Cola and Apple. So congratulations, Warren Buffett, 94. Can you imagine? That probably helped keep him alive, I guess.
Did you know he still lives in the same house since like the 70s?
I've heard, yeah, that
He drives
he's...
an old beat up Cadillac and eats McDonald's every morning.
Well, and I tell you where I think a lot of that
Crazy.
stems from is my parents were Depression-era parents. And it's funny because I had a real nice gathering yesterday. I went to a friend of mine, Vicky, who has been on the show here. And she had about, 10 of her friends out there, which they all knew each other, and we didn't know anybody. All we knew was Vicky and Bill. But it was interesting because just listening to these guys tell their stories from years ago, she'd ask questions to get conversation going, and two of them were veterans. And it was real interesting hearing their stories from the Vietnam War area.
Yes.
And I told her, I said, I'd love to get them on the show. One guy is a starter, or he's the flag man for some of these racetracks around here. He's now Frankfurt now. He's a flag man there, but he's been at Peebles. He's been at KC Raceway. He's been at 6 or 7 different racetracks. Rita Wolf's watching. Kevin Martin, how you doing? But it was just, we could have talked more than what we did, but we didn't. We just kind of sat back here and listened to everybody tell their story. And Vicky, she's been all around the world. I told her she's come back on because she's got a lot more she could talk about.
Oh, I know.
You remember Vicky, the one that has a car for sale you're going to look
She still
at.
got that car?
Yeah.
Really?
It's in their car. Well, she hasn't really put it up for sale because of the weather, you know. It's in her garage all covered up.
I ought to go look at it.
Yeah, you should go look at it.
Empty them pockets.
That's right. Or CT may have one.
hell I
CT
do.
had one down there. I'm going to talk to him about here in a little bit.
Oh boy.
Well, no, he had a van that looked pretty nice. I'll let him stir on that so you can figure out which one. Newark Airport, 6 days in a row, flight delays. 6 days of flight delays because of the air traffic controller shortage.
Yeah.
Which airport was that?
Newark,
I flew into there before.
Newark, New Jersey. Yeah, it's not good.
It's right over the Hudson River.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't remember what I saw where one of the airlines, one of the guys, their spokesman, come on, and he was saying that airport's not capable of all the traffic that there is in and out of there anyway. Whether they've got
Well,
a storage or
Washington's
not.
like that. Dulles, or you're not. It's not Dulles. What's Washington's?
That's Dulles,
Reagan?
Is it
isn't it?
Reagan? Yeah,
Reagan?
yeah.
There's a Dulles too.
Yeah.
Well, this is one where they had the helicopter wreck. They about had another helicopter wreck last week. Rick, you might need to go into hiding. Your buddy goes on trial today.
Oh, yeah?
P. Diddy. P. Diddy going
all
on
kinds of information on you, Charlie.
racketeering, sex trafficking, prostitution. So interesting. It starts today. He's only been in jail since September. It's a long time.
Seems longer than that, though.
Yeah. Also, Trump, 100% tariffs on foreign films. He's doing this to try to save the movie industry. He says the movie industry is quickly going downhill in the United States, and he says if I could throw this tariff on those guys, maybe that'll help. Plus, there's brand new anti-venom out for snake bites. There's this crazy guy who volunteered to get bit by snakes, and they used his blood to create this new venom. And yeah, they kept fixing him. He's going to get paid handsomely because they say this is better than any venom out, and it's like a $600 million a year business. And he's going to get paid for going through all that. How many people you think die? And I don't know. I assume this is worldwide. How many people you think die worldwide from snake bites?
Worldwide?
Let's play a guessing game. What'd you say, Rick?
100,000.
100,000. A little higher.
Really?
Yeah,
175,000.
right in between almost.
165?
140. 140,000 die each year from snake bites. Guess how many are injured?
How many are injured?
Yeah,
Being
from
bit?
yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
but didn't die.
500,000.
Pretty close. 450,000.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. You ever been bit by a snake?
No.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
What kind?
It wasn't poisonous. It was a.
Garter snake.
Garter
Well,
snake?
no, it was a king snake. King snake, like
King
fun around the
snake.
mark.
Oh, those are pretty big.
But I got infection in the damn bite. I do no venom, but it's
Growing a tail.
huh?
Started growing a tail.
No.
Swell up?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got infection in it, and it was swelled all up, and I thought, what in the hell?
So did you?
Jeez.
What happened?
I just when I went to the doctor, they.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, I know the snake died.
y'all see what happened to the damn snake? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Swelled up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's funny.
I think he was dismembered.
So you took care of him.
Yeah.
They
Absolutely.
say snake's good to eat. You ever had snake?
Yes, rattlesnake.
You ever had? You've
I
had
grew up in
snake?
Florida. I've had
Tastes just like
everything.
chicken.
Oh, you've had gator and.
Oh, yeah. Armadillo.
Gator's tough. I don't like.
Well, they say it's all in the way you cook it. You got to know how to prepare it. Is that right?
Gator
I've ate
is
some
tough.
weird stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I assume this has something to do with.
it's probably the snake bites. That goes pretty much along with my numbers. So, but I think mine's worldwide. That might have been just nationwide. So
Those are Trump numbers, Charlie.
yeah.
Get that.
Let's see
Get
what else we
cobra
got.
bites and everything
Speaking of numbers, Lady Gaga had a concert in Rio de Janeiro. It was a free concert. Let's take a guess here. How many people showed up for that, dude?
Oh, I heard this morning. I can't remember.
Times about 1,000.
So I was going to say about 180,000. Rio's huge.
More than that.
Jeez.
This is the largest one. Let's put it this way. Madonna's concert, when she did a free concert there, got 1.6 million. This is on a beach, and it's free.
You're not supposed to be on beaches in Rio because there's all kinds of stuff in the sand that aren't good for your feet.
Well, that's why you wear steel toe shoes.
I can't remember what it was. I heard this morning.
2.5 million.
2.5.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Are those Democrat numbers or are those Republican numbers?
Those are Morning Brew numbers.
And they stopped some kind of an attempted bombing there too.
Yes. Yeah, there was somebody was trying to put devices out there to blow up during the concert, but they stopped them. Real, have you got your Real ID yet?
You better.
Real ID deadlines.
Like 2 years ago.
Well, it's Wednesday.
Can you imagine what kind of a mess that's going to be?
It's already been a mess. There's been people buying like places. You could reserve your place in line down in Miami, and people were selling as reservations. So you could get, somebody else could get their place in
All
line.
them procrastinators.
Yeah.
I should charge extra.
Yeah.
Rick's favorite prime minister, Mark Carney, is going to meet with Trump this Wednesday. Or no, tomorrow, Tuesday. Mark Carney is the new elected Canadian Prime Minister, who's just been running crap out of Trump, just running him down. So they get to meet on Tuesday. That'll be interesting. Let's see what else we got. The conclave begins Wednesday. Start looking for the smoke, baby.
Said they bought a new stove to burn the ballots.
Did you see a picture of the stove, the way they got it set up? They got 2 stoves side by side, and the pipe, one goes right straight up and the other one wires into it. And so I guess that way there's no confusion now.
One's the white smoke, one's the black smoke.
One's the fake ballots, the other's the real.
Man,
Did you see the floor? The floor they built in there, in the room where they're at. They built that. They built it up, and it's so they can put the jamming devices in underneath the floor. And
Like a subfloor?
Yeah.
Or just like a raised?
yeah,
Huh.
it's raised up about a foot or so. And of course, they're not allowed to have any kind of communication devices
Right.
while they're in there. But they said the reason they did that was so they couldn't get word to their aides or whatever they are outside of there to Google something for them about somebody that's
There's no Kevin Martin available.
right.
Chris Robinson. You know this guy?
What's up, Chris?
I asked him once, he shows up. Look at that. All right.
He's going to get me murdered.
Here it goes. Charlie's now pissed off
I'm not
more
pissed.
than half of Wilmington.
I am not pissed off. I'm not pissing anybody off. I'm just like, it was the name of that old show. We just tell it like it is, baby.
Yeah.
Just tell it like it is.
Who's this guy? Jeffrey Schuessler. Who is this?
Jeff, I'm not getting comments like you guys are.
I'm not getting any comments.
Yeah, I've got, my last one was Rita Wolf. Good
Not on
morning.
mine.
Let me,
I got Jeff just came on there watching.
let me see if I can refresh.
I refreshed, but I'm still. Oh, there they come.
Actually, I was only.
There we go.
I don't see Mr. Schuster.
I don't see Schuessler yet.
Huh. I was
Don
only
Ward.
like
Don
20
Ward,
seconds
you know
behind when this
Don?
thing came up.
He's a barbecue man down Hillsboro. You need to have him out your lot.
He reached out to me because we're looking to get a food truck at the dealership.
Right there, Don
Family
Ward.
barbecue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to sit down with Mick this weekend.
Hillsboro guy. We got to get Don on the show. He said he was going to come on, but something happened there with some, some health or
They
something
had
in
a
their
death
family.
in the family.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what it was?
Yep.
Okay, I knew something had happened. Let's do a couple more things, and we'll take a break. Sovereignty won the Kentucky Derby. What a track that was.
No, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Did
Money,
you?
money, Charlie?
No, yeah, I didn't even bet on it.
We were talking. Rick and I were talking this morning. Did you hear where every horse in that race was
Yep.
bloodlines back to Secretariat?
Secretariat. Yeah, that's all right.
Every
That's all
horse.
right. CT is my broski. Well, you need to learn something from your broski. That's all I got to
Weren't those
say.
the horses that had like 4 eyes? Some of them had 3 eyes. And some of them had different, several.
I know they
Well,
called
what I liked,
they called one ET. I don't know why.
what I liked was the $2,500 horse placed ninth.
Yeah.
$2,500 bucks.
Was it last year or the year before? It was the long shot. They paid less than $5,000 or something for it and won.
Yeah.
I forget how many years ago it was. That was crazy. Came from last place.
Anthony Albanese won re-election in Australia. Not that that means anything, but
He's a liberal.
yeah, is he a liberal also? See, Rick knows this stuff. All right, listen, we're going to take a break. We're a little late. We'll be back, and then we're going to start talking about C.T. Bowen and Auto Patriots.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike back.
Indulge in a variety of mouth-watering dishes, from juicy burgers and fresh salads to stacked sandwiches, delicious pizzas, warm soups, crispy fries, and finger-licking wings. Every bite is crafted with care using hand-grinded and breaded ingredients made right here in-house. Whether you're dining solo or with family or hanging out with friends, we have something to satisfy every craving. That's the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse. The best fries in town.
Forget the clown princes of basketball, the Harlem Globetrotters. There's a new all-star, family-friendly comedy polo team taking the sporting entertainment world by storm. The Equine Trots.
Bringing their highfalutin, high-kicking, mallet-swinging, horsey hijinks to an equestrian center near you.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. Made up stories just like these.
As well as real news about what's coming to the Murphy.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
On the Murphy Report. News the way it's meant to be delivered.
In less than 30 minutes, or it's free.
The Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
Amanda, my buddy Sam was recently tossed from his own horsey all the way across the arena, landed in a soft bale of hay right next to another horse that was already asleep.
Oh my, that sounds dangerous. What's his condition?
Stable.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
I didn't eat since yesterday afternoon. All right. Mexican word of the day. Cheese. Anita stayed out past her curfew. She's in trouble now.
Are you doing this all day?
Heck yeah, baby. Mexican word of the day. Cheap. When I can't get sleep, when I can't sleep at night, I try counting cheap. One more. Mexican word of the day. Chauffeur. I've worked hard my whole life, but feel that I don't have much to show for it. Gotta love it. All right, CT. So talk to me here about Patriot. Patriot is a brand new place, Auto Patriots.
Yes, sir.
Now, you know why you're named Auto Patriots?
This is what the owner picked. We're patriotic.
Well, it's Southern States Patriots.
Very true.
Plus, isn't there a Patriot place to eat downtown?
The Patriot House.
I hear
It's across from the courthouse.
I've heard it's got real good food, but now I've heard some mixed reactions over other BS that goes there.
Well, that's in every business.
Yeah. So, how many? Just talk to me. How long have you been selling cars?
About 4.5 years total. I got out of the military in
Thank you for your service.
2016. I did 17 years in the Coast Guard, and then
Coast Guard. I like
started
it.
my auto transport business for a few years, and that's how I learned a lot of car knowledge for selling cars.
16 years?
Yep.
Why didn't you just go to 20, buddy?
Started getting migraines and stuff.
Yeah, but 20. Or did you get out on a? Not saying my business, but were you able to retire, or did you get any kind of compensation?
Compensation and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's because 20 years is it, right?
Yeah, I have several people still. I went to boot camp and stuff with. They're like 24, 26, but
Yeah, you can stay longer.
my
but-
last tour, I was at headquarters in D.C. in like a cubicle world, and that's not really my jam, you know.
Yeah, but I bet you got some stories from that someday
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
I
want to
did.
tell them.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of search and rescue. I did a lot of intelligence. A lot I can't talk about, but
Coast Guard is. I tell you, when I was a school teacher, and kids go in the military. I always told them, I said, "Why don't you go to the Coast Guard?" I said, because at least you're staying, in the United States most of the time.
Yeah.
You're protecting the homeland. You might even end up on the Ohio River, or whatever. There's a lot of different places, and a lot of them never really thought about it.
yeah, there's usually when I go to like Veterans Day stuff at my wife's school, they play like the Coast Guard song. I'm always the only one.
Yeah.
People's like, "You're like a majestic creature."
Well, it's just people just for some reason don't think about it. I think Coast Guards, I always told people that. I even told my daughter, if you're going to go Coast Guard.
We actually have the highest ASVAB score of all the branches to get in. It's pretty tough.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
We do. I actually went to the Mediterranean in 2003, so we actually go overseas for sure.
Yeah, but it's not as prevalent as
Yeah.
the Army, Navy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, you need to think about some stories and come back in. And,
Okay,
and we'll talk about more of that. And still talk about the car.
For sure.
So you're located where at?
Hillsboro at 8117 US Highway 73.
So coming from Wilmington, just go 73 and it'll be on the right or
Yeah,
left?
right before you go up the hill with the flashing lights. Hobart Drive, I think it is. the flashing light.
Yeah.
We're right on your right when you climb up the hill, almost across from the Four Seasons pet boarding.
Okay.
We have flags up. You can't miss us.
Used to be a bunch of trailer sales down through there.
I think that's what's before us. Yeah, on the
There's
right.
some after it.
You know,
was
down the
too.
bottom.
Yeah.
Tequila is the word of the day. Fill up my glass. Good morning, guys. Let's celebrate Mexico defeating the French army. Actually, I saw yesterday these guys were on there. Hey, Joe Holden from a Mexican restaurant on Fox. They said, you know, Cinco de Mayo celebrates just eating. Yeah, so you want to eat today.
Yeah.
So we're located on the right going into Hillsborough,
Right.
and all used cars, right?
Everything's 25,000 and under. We don't sell anything over 25 grand. We got about 40 units right now. We moved to that location beginning of April because we're trying to expand to 100 cars. We got 4 acres, about 2 of it's we got gravelled out. Got a full service bay, 2 lifts, mechanic on duty Monday through Friday. We can repair anything you need. You know, brakes, oil changes, tires, anything like that.
What makes you guys unique? Like, why? You know, I'm a loyal guy, so it's hard to get me to get. I bought my last 2 cars off Becker. He hates me for it because I keep them forever. And
You're every salesman's worst nightmare. Then you don't keep them.
well, I keep them. Yeah, I keep. My dad used to trade every 2 years, and especially if it got close to 100,000 miles, you had to get rid of that thing. Hell, my last one had 300 some thousand miles. This one's over 100 now, 120, 125. The cars are made to go longer now, aren't they?
Absolutely.
You get a lot more of them in there over 100,000, right?
Yeah, my wife's van's got 204 right now.
Yeah. Time to get her a trade.
I keep telling her, she's like,
I
I'm
got
gonna
one
drive it
home
till
that's got-
I'm gonna drive it till it blows up.
I got a car at home that's got 224,000 on it.
Yeah, that's
As long
why
as
I
you
do.
maintain them, I mean, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You can't go 20,000 miles without an oil change. People
No.
do that, and they wonder
I
why
go
the car blows
5.
up.
Most of mine go 5. Sometimes they tell me 3, but I gotta.
It really depends on the oil too, you know.
I'm using that 5W20 half and half or whatever.
You have to watch. If you got a turbo, you really got to watch your oil changes.
Yep.
I don't have new turbo. But anyhow,
He doesn't like to go fast.
I got 3 cars, so I should
Oh, yeah,
be
there you
honest
go,
up
yeah.
front. But the other 2 are kind of like cruise-in cars. One I got Hearse, 91 Hearse, Cadillac Hearse. And I've got a 2006. No, I think that's it. 2006. No, 2000. I don't know. 2000 maybe 8 or 9. I don't know. It's a Crown Vic,
Ooh, nice.
but it looks like the Blues Brothers car. So it's
My
just
mom
like-
used to have a Crown Vic. I think it was a Scoop.
So, oh yeah. Well, I tell you what's funny. I didn't realize this, but when you put that E85 gas in it, makes it go faster.
Yeah,
It'll really go.
and it's cheaper most times.
Yeah, but you don't get the gas mileage with them.
Yeah.
All right, so we're down there. You got 40 cars on the lot right now.
Yep.
Tell me why. I mean, it sounds like you guys are Wilmington Auto South because you got everybody used to be. You have any Fiat 500s?
No, Jeff, we don't have any of those right now.
He can find you one though if you're serious.
Yeah, shoot me a message. I'll see what I
Yeah,
can
he
figure
will
out for
find
you.
you one. That's right. I'm right about that, aren't I? I mean, if
Oh,
they
yeah, we
don't
find
have
all-
it,
Yeah.
they will look for one, and they will. You know, if you're like the guys out in Wilmington Auto, which I'm sure you are, they look all over the country for cars
Yeah.
sometimes.
They
How
do.
long have they had that used car finder thing now? I know the new car. We used to always use a new car finder, but how long have they had the used car finder? I thought that was cool.
I'm not sure on that one.
I didn't. Yeah, well, gosh, I don't know. Whether I've heard anybody say or not.
And back in the day, you used to be able to get the auto traders at like the corner store, and
Yeah.
you flip through and find all the vehicles you want. Now those are kind of like mostly like Facebook Marketplace is really,
Yeah.
really the go-to like for advertising and finding vehicles right now.
I bought a couple cars off eBay.
Yeah, eBay was. They got a new one. It's called BringATrailer.com. You got like a specialty car, you can post it on there. So if you're looking for like a specific like kind of not more rarish car, limited production type cars, they're on that website.
Okay. So 40 cars down there.
Yep.
What You're not telling me. What would make me want to come to you instead of
I think coming to us, we're no pressure. You're guaranteed you're probably going to laugh, giggle. Your ribs might hurt from laughing so hard because we make it entertaining.
Okay.
You shouldn't have to take anxiety medicine to go car shopping. You come in Auto Patriots, you can sit down. It's no pressure. You don't have to be stressed out, wondering if you're going to get taken advantage of. Like I said, everything's under $25,000. You can come in, you guarantee you're not going to spend over that. We have warranties available. We have gap insurance available as well with all purchases if you choose to do that. We recommend the gap and warranty just because a lot of these new cars.
But a lot of these warranties, you got to be careful. And I'm just saying this on behalf of the consumer here.
Yep.
Because, like, if I go into Van Dyke's over in Courthouse, the auto repair, they got a thing right there. We do not take this, and this because they're crooks, they say.
There are some warranty companies that are on the shadier side. You know,
Yep.
The warranty companies that we use is mostly all the big massive dealerships, like franchise stores use the same warranty company. So you can go to, a Ford, Lincoln, or Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You can go to any of those dealerships and get your car serviced with the warranty companies that we offer.
So what are the ones you offer?
We use ASC and GWC.
Okay, those aren't two of the ones that... The two I see on their counter are two of the ones that are mostly advertised. One that Ice Cube advertises.
Oh, that's
And there's another one that
yeah.
I think Danica Patrick advertises too. That just says right there, if you have these, stick around, go somewhere else.
Yep.
So you got to be careful what you do buy.
Yes, absolutely.
So, again, now, what brings me to you? What's the hook? What's the hook that you guys offer no one else offers? You need a hook. If you don't have a hook, you need a hook.
Need a hook.
What's your hook?
Come in, have a great time. We take you around on the golf cart if you can't walk real far. We
It's
have a
on
golf cart.
gravel too, so
It's on gravel,
that's
too,
probably
so we have
better to do the golf cart.
We have a golf cart available. If for older folks, it's hard to walk. We can put you on the golf cart. We can show you, go through all our inventory, show you everything we got. It's nice, quick, easy. Myself, Cody's the other salesman. We rotate around, customers that come in. They can apply for financing. See? You got him started, Charlie.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll go see you guys. 'Cause he's a friend of mine. He won't. He don't show up to the show. That's like you just lost that sale.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my.
Chris Robinson, I love you. You said you were gonna call me about coming on this week. I think you're scared. Anyhow, so I'm telling you guys need a hook. Like, maybe the hook might be, hey, 2 free oil changes, or the hook might be, we'll detail your car on his first birthday, or there's just some stuff there. Because let's face it, the car business is kind of tough because even though there's not near as much competition as there was back in the day, there's still a lot of competition.
There's still a lot, yeah.
There's still a lot, and especially like when you're up against new cars too. But I think I've owned 2 new cars in my life, and they were actually trucks. And really, I regretted buying them. I had a 1987. That's how long ago it was. Mazda, which I really kind of liked. Then I went and bought an '89 Ford Ranger, new, and just because I couldn't get over. It seemed like the Ford Ranger was so much better built. The metal.
Was it a 5-speed?
No, it's automatic. I don't do 5 speeds. Why do 5 speeds? You got
Those are
automatic.
fun.
No,
Better gas mileage.
I'd burn the clutch out. Throw in new floor mats for free. Well, yeah, stuff like that. Any kind of hook. We need to hook.
Yeah.
And don't give me your Patriot.
We'll watch your kids on a Friday night so you can go out with the wife.
Any kind of hook, yeah.
That's a little-
that's
that's a little too
something.
far.
That's something though that Robinson and Becker do, which I do like. Ron Rennells, thanks for calling me back, butthead. Anyhow, They have a little package they give people. Do you do that too? Have you seen the packages they give?
I have, 'cause I used to work there.
Yep. So is that something you're starting to do with Hillsboro?
Well, we can talk to Mick, the owner, see what we can drum up some stuff.
I'm trying to help
Sure.
you.
I
You understand
understand
it,
this.
don't you?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Putting you on the spot, ain't it?
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to be a butthead. I'm trying to help him sell some cars down that area.
Right out of the bankruptcy.
Well, no, I like that what they do with what Becker and Chris does. They got they'll give you a little sheet when you buy a car, and you get all these one-time
Oh, you're
discounts.
talking about the partnerships they got?
Yeah, do you have that?
No, we do not.
Can you start that?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Since Hillsboro's,
Well,
different
you
different
in a
area,
different
so-
area,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
absolutely.
not like you're competing against them and that. You're getting some other, and the people might like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not only the buyers, but the people you're partnering with.
There's a lot of businesses in Hillsboro that we could.
The best way is to get a reputation of giving people a good deal. That'll get more people there than anything.
Well, and word of mouth, absolutely.
Yeah.
Doing this today, coming in here, even though we don't know each other, we're kind of giving you our stamp of approval. And we, from what I've seen of you, seem like a pretty upright, standing guy. So, but that's why I'm asking, what separates you from the others? And you think about that, because we're going to take a break, and we're going to be back here in just a minute. Yeah, I'm not.
You might want to think twice before putting forth any effort in improving your station in life. Why being all it's cracked up to be turns out not to be all it's cracked up to be.
Just ask the Liberty Bell.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made up news you didn't know you needed to know, including all the latest real news about what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in Wilmington, Ohio.
With the Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel with a new news report every Monday morning.
On a somewhat related note, Amanda, in my youth, I was once referred to as all that and a bag of chips.
I imagine nowadays you're referred to as all that and an extra large bag of chips. Fried in lard.
Absolutely. The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us. Donuts. Getting a makeover and a name change.
it's every baker's nightmare. Buckling to the snowflake social media pressure, America's tasty glazed treats will now be known as doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Why wait for real news when you can get all the made-up news you need?
Along with the facts about Ohio's hometown theater, the Murphy.
On the Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
I have tried so hard to cut back on my daily doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings intake.
Really, Steve? No one has noticed. And I mean no one.
The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
I'll let you go. Have a good one.
I was going to try to catch you live.
Well, hang on. All right, we're live. I got Ron Rennells on the phone. Say hi, Ron.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
That's not what I said. I said, say hi, Ron.
What is this, Simon Says?
Yeah, you're supposed to play along. Ron is the father of Kyle Ray, who's an up-and-coming country music star who just opened for Joe D. Messina, and he's opened for Sheryl Crow, and he's getting ready to graduate next week, right?
Yeah.
That's
He's
awesome.
getting ready to open up for Lone Star as well.
When's that?
I don't know.
Are they gonna be at Lori's Roadhouse?
Are they going to be at Lori's Roadhouse?
No, it's in Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right. So where else is he going to be? Anywhere you know of right offhand?
I've not had his schedule yet.
Well, you need to let us know this, and we need to get Kyle Ray on the show when he's back in town.
Yes, absolutely.
Do some acoustic stuff.
Well, yeah, he could bring in his acoustic. Have you heard him yet?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. When you leave today, go to write this down. Spotify Kyle Ray. He's got. Is that what he goes by on there? Or is
Yeah, Kyle Ray, and then if you look up music, it's either one to pull it up, but Kyle Ray or Kyle Ray and the Hired Guns.
the Hired Guns?
Is it R-A-Y or R-A-E?
R-A-Y, right?
R-A-Y, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's
You can Google him. He's on Apple Music, Spotify, all.
Nice.
Everything.
and just when you go to
YouTube.
Spotify, you can look at his top couple songs.
Yeah, I'll check her out for sure.
Yeah, him. Yeah, Kyle Ray is him.
Check him out.
All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna let you go, but you need to get on here because we haven't been sent to jail yet. But with you on here, there's a possibility.
Strong possibility, yes.
Well, have a good one. Say goodbye.
All right, bye, everybody. See you now.
See ya.
He said I was in the mountains.
He's nuts. If you ever get a chance to meet Ron Rennells, which hopefully he'll come on one day.
He sounds like an interesting guy.
Oh, he's great. Big, tall guy. He's just kind of goofy looking, but a good guy. Anyhow, he's fun. All right, so we're down there. We're talking about hooks for your business because they are brand new,
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe one thing that would be neat to do, little open house.
We are. Me and Mick has talked. When we can get to Blackstone, we're going to probably do some like a big grill out soon. Yeah, absolutely. We're looking at maybe doing a car show later this summer. There, we're going to move all the vehicles out.
You don't want to do a car show, and I'll explain why. No, you want to
cruise in.
Cruise in,
yeah.
And then you let me know when you're going to do that.
Absolutely.
See, I do about 50 of those a year.
Yeah.
So
I
I can
you cruise
help
around
you
in
out.
your hearse,
Yep. And
jamming out.
we well, no, what would be neat is like a customer appreciation day. Like after your first year, everybody that's bought a car or that's your sponsors come down and have some dogs and burgers and pop and chips, because then you get them there.
We'll be doing some.
Then you're going to
too,
entice them. Look at our new inventory over here.
Speaking of inventory, do you see Doc Schuessler's question for you?
What was that? Where do you buy your cars from? Auctions? Most people do buy them from the auctions,
We do
but
buy
they
them
take
from
them in on
auctions.
trade too.
Yeah, we take them in on trades, and then private party sales. We do have a Jeep that we purchased from a local person in Hillsboro, so we buy them from all over. All your cars as is. We do offer warranties. Is it Jeffrey? Mm-hmm. Jeffrey do offer warranties. Every one of our vehicles goes through a 100-point inspection. We put them up on the rack. We go through them. Our mechanic goes through them, change the fluids, check the brakes, check everything, make sure everything's legit before we put it out front. We don't want your vehicle, to break down the next day and you call us and we say you're out of luck.
Well, but do you have at least a 30-day warranty? Do you do a 30-day warranty?
Required by law, Joe.
Is that required by law? I didn't know that. So you at least 30 days. Well, that's a lemon law, isn't it? Do you guys have to deal with that, ain't?
I don't think Ohio has a limit law, actually.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Well,
Yep, they do.
on a used car, you can do as is, and there's no warranty at all on it.
Yeah, they're marked on the buyer's guys that we offer.
If it's an as is sale,
Yeah, no, there is.
Yeah.
You're right. There is.
yeah, it's an as is.
But that might be
bought-
something to look
I
at. That
bought
might be
one.
the hook.
Right before, the car dealer we were talking about a while ago, that's the lot's empty now.
Challenge.
Showen, before Showen closed up, I bought a car from him, and I asked him what was wrong with it, and he says junk.
Oh my God! Well, at least he was honest.
I bought it anyway, but
Yeah, Ron even says no cars. You just want to do a cruise in because you don't want to make anybody mad. Because then you give trophies at a car show. Well, I didn't get a trophy at their car show. I ain't gonna buy anything.
I've had several show vehicles over the years, so I've been to a lot of shows, and people get super mad.
But hurt over a $5 trophy is dumb.
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
do.
I've been into like mini trucks pretty much my whole life, so.
Cool. So, thinking about your hooks. Now, let's get down to brass tacks here. Like if somebody comes down to your lot today, and let's say they don't really know what they want for sure. They just know like they want some kind of an SUV.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of SUVs you got available right now?
Well, we do it's called a needs analysis. I try to like dig into, hey, how many children do you have? Do you need third row? Most people don't want third row, but if you have third row, you got extra storage. If you got to look at it that way, you can lay the third row down. You can haul more stuff. Some people have 3 or 4 kids. You got to have third row. So right now we have 3 or 4 third rows, and we have about 6 or 7 small SUVs. Like we got a CRV, Honda Santa Fe. We got a couple vans. I mean, we got various. We have something 2 doors all the way down to 4 doors and everything in between.
Right. So you do like a needs. You just the biggest thing I always think in sales is for the salesman just to go like this.
Well, you have to find out what their needs are.
They're going to tell you.
Sometimes some people don't want to answer anything.
They're going
They're all nervous and don't want to
A lot of times they're going to tell you. Well, that's where you're not going to make them nervous.
No. I make them pretty relaxed.
That's what I mean. You're not going
crack
to make
jokes
them nervous and just say, let me know what you're looking for, and if I have it, great. If I don't, we'll try to find it. That'd be the way to start out, because you gotta.
How many years you been selling cars, Charlie?
I tell you, I've sold plenty of cars, and I've sold plenty of stuff. I've sold some of the most hardest stuff to sell in the world. But yeah, the best thing about being any kind of salesman is just keep your mouth shut and listen.
Yep.
Listen what they're telling you. Listen what they want, and what their priorities are. Sometimes it's not so much even the style or car; it's more the financing. What can you get me in? Something under $300 a month or under $250 a month.
Well, in our price range, under $25,000, it's usually you're under the $400 range, depending on your down payment or whatnot. But majority, probably about 80% of our vehicles are under like $12,000. So you can be in a really affordable payment. We don't want you to leave there with a payment. It's like having a mortgage. You don't want to do that. Nobody wants to pay that much for
Ron says he's needing an RV.
Ron, I got an RV. I'll sell you.
I just sold mine last year. Sorry, Ron.
Ron, I do. I have an RV I could give you one heck of a deal on. You let me know if you'd be interested. It's Class A motorhome, and it runs.
I just sold mine last year.
Yeah.
I had a Fleetwood Bounder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm supposed to be paying lot rent, and the guy hadn't called me. I got to move it from where it's at, because where we're at, it's just like going downhill, and it's real rocky. It's hard to walk. I said, we're going to stay here, but you got to find us a flat lot. And he said, well, when I find you a flat lot, just bring your lot rent in and we'll deal with it. It's that little campground outside Leesburg. So,
I don't think what that one's called.
yeah, it's a nice place. It's okay. But if Ron Rennell's want to buy my Class A motorhome, I would sell it to him, not even worry about it. Because we just don't have time to get down there like we should. So, do you guys sell motorhomes?
No, we do not.
Do you sell boats?
No.
Okay. Well, sometimes dealerships, they get...
Sometimes you got to have like a...
You get all kinds of crazy stuff in on trade.
Yeah, my cousin, he's got a power sports license, so he sells like side-by-sides, but he sells vehicles as well. There's like got to have a certain license for things.
Yeah, never sell with blah, blah, blah. Well, you just sell with blah. Exactly. Just listen. That's the main thing.
Yep.
So, let's talk about, so you got several SUVs.
Yes.
What about gas? What if I just want a gas saver?
Oh, I got 4 Priuses right now, and you ain't going to get nothing better fuel economy than a Prius.
Now, those are
Hybrids.
right? Yeah, hybrids. Yeah. Buy. Yeah, buy.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
They take it both ways, gas and electric.
Yes.
Right?
Now, some of the newer ones are all electric, but we don't sell brand spanking new. But the Prius you get about 48 to 53 on average. If you stop and go a lot, commuting, that's a vehicle that you want, because every time you stop, it'll recharge and just run on the battery. And then you go again, like my aunt. I don't know if my aunt's, she's watching, but she's on her 3rd Prius.
Chris is telling you some of the partnerships he has down there in Hillsborough. So.
Yeah, he just grabbed Buttermilk's Bakery last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well,
they bought a 24 Exchange. It used to be in Hillsborough.
Yeah.
Yep. They got a big sign up front that says you're a cookie dealer.
Some of those you may want to talk to. I'm sure they could do dual sponsorship.
If you do come in and purchase a vehicle from me, you get a $50 gift card to.
There you go. You got somebody else wanting a truck. I need a hunting truck.
Oh, Sean, I know Sean. Yep, he does.
How do you know Sean?
He's a bounty hunter. Well, Sean owns a lot of property. I'll just tell you that. He's always out hunting people.
I'm just messing with Sean, messing with you, because have you been on the right side of Sean or the wrong side of Sean?
Oh, I was in the military. I'm a straight shooter, so I don't have any criminal record at all. I'm not going to be giving Sean a call saying come bail me out or anything like that. So.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah, Sean Bennett, he needs a hunting truck. So I assume he's talking about
something just to beat up.
A human hunting truck, or is he talking about a real hunting truck?
I don't know. He does hunt down people, so it's hard to say. He's probably just looking something to beat up in the woods.
You need to be a little more specific here. You want one that's all camoed out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, he probably wants 4-wheel drive, because he's going to be chasing them. So you got plenty of trucks?
We got 4 trucks right now.
Trucks are freaking off the charts right now, aren't they?
Not where I'm at.
Oh, they're pretty good bond for truck. There you go.
I don't need a bond, Sean.
But I mean, so you got some reasonable deals on trucks.
That's the most expensive thing I got right now. It's $24,999. So
that's what I mean. They're off the chart. They're just expensive.
You can drop $100,000 on a new dually easy.
Well, yeah, I've given less for 2 or 3 rentals than what some of these trucks are going for.
Absolutely.
Which to me doesn't make any sense at all. But anyhow, it is what it is. So what kind of trucks you got down there right now?
I got two Dodge Rams, and I got 2 F-150s.
Okay.
They're all white. I got really one that's got the nice lights in the grill for construction. It's got a light on the roof, so if you have a construction company, you can throw 3 or 4 guys in it and turnkey ready to go. You don't have to add lights or anything. It's ready to roll. Jump in there and do some work. You've got a Dodge Ram Eco Diesel, which is the smaller diesel.
Yeah.
It's $89.99. So right at $9,000.
So that's not bad.
It's a 4-door, 6-seater.
What year is it?
It's a 13 or 14, I think.
6-seater?
6-seater.
3 doors, 2 doors?
It's 4-door. It's actual
Only
like
4 doors?
crew cab, yeah. 6 guys in there and solid back glass. So you don't have to worry about. I always say this to customers looking for trucks. If you have a company, most guys run their big logos on the back windows.
Yeah.
Well, if you get one that's got the sliding back glass,
You can't do
got to
that.
butcher it up. So this is solid, and it's nice to have.
$89.99. That sounds like how many miles?
It's like 232,000.
Ah, that's why it's
But it's
down.
the Eco Diesel, so you're gonna get good fuel economy.
And see, I don't talk to somebody who doesn't really know much about diesels, because I have never owned a diesel in my life. All I know is that they keep them running all the time rather than shut them off, and the gas is always like $1 more.
Yeah, but your longevity, your oil changes, everything's. You can go 10,000 miles on oil change in a diesel versus 3 in a truck or 4 in a truck. So you get the longevity of the motor.
But
it's not going to break down as often.
What about the gas mileage or the diesel mileage?
You get probably 4 or 5 more per gallon than
so it's
gas.
not a lot for a whole $1 more a gallon. I'm not saying that I just don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
But those engines last longer, I guess.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, that is the Eco Diesel, so it's a smaller diesel motor.
Yeah.
So if you need to pull like 12,000 pounds, that's not going to be the truck for you. You need to haul, small landscaping trailer, 4,000 or 5,000 pounds, it'll do that. But you want to pull a 40-foot gooseneck horse trailer, that's not going to be the truck for you because it doesn't have enough power.
Okay. And that's good. And that's where you help people after they realize what they think they want, and then you got to go, well, this might not work for you, And I'll tell you why, and I'd rather tell you now than you come back in a month or 2 and say, hey, this isn't working.
I've actually had a customer a few years ago that she had a big horse trailer and she needed a dually. I had one at that time, but it wasn't a long bed, it was a short bed, and I was like, well, what do you pull? Well, she pulled a horse trailer that had sleeping quarters in the top. Well, when you got a short bed,
Yeah.
you're going to crush the cab. I told her, I
Yeah.
said, I'd love to sell your vehicle. I'm going to be honest with you. This is not the truck for you. You know, I'm not going to, your turning radius might be 30 degrees.
Yeah.
When you're pulling a horse trailer, that's not going to work for you.
Sean Bennett's got an interesting comment there.
It's about a new ProMaster.
Just bought a new ProMaster like at Wigwags. Just can't drive it around the country at night. Laugh out loud. Amazon doesn't run midnight shift.
Not really sure what he's even meaning there.
I don't either. Sean, whatever you're on this morning, let us know.
Maybe he's, maybe, I don't know.
I get to see your wife tomorrow. I got a little meeting with your wife tomorrow.
Wags.
She does online auction.
He's
Rick.
trying to text and work. Yeah, he does the pallet auction stuff, or used to, right?
Well, he used to. His wife does a little online auction, and it's pretty funny because I bought this extra small hoodie from her.
Extra small?
That's what she said it was. She puts it on. And she's floating in it. So everybody's afraid to buy it because it's extra small. I said $3. I ended up getting a brand new Champion hoodie.
Was it like a 2XL or?
It looks like to me it's maybe a 3XL.
Nah.
It's like a nightgown then.
If it doesn't fit me, it'll fit my wife, I'm sure.
Oh, I got to blend in the hut. Oh, so Sean's probably got a ProMaster, so you can maybe throw some guy. Be like the cops rolling up to your house and kick the back doors out of the van and jump out and chase guys. Is that what you're doing with that ProMaster, Sean? Like in the movies, yeah.
So, okay, we got trucks. Now, the only thing that really kind of caught I didn't look at your inventory, so I'm going to shut up. But one of the things I saw that you had online was a really cool van you got down there. That white van. Big van looks like maybe it's only a 2-seater.
Talking about the Connect, the little small Ford van.
Is it small?
Yeah.
It looked big on the thing.
Well, just because that's how I take pictures.
Yeah, that looked good. Yeah.
And it's actually
that's what his wife said too.
my wife's not watching this. She knows she's teaching right now.
You walked into that. Sorry. Anyhow, so talk to me about this van.
What you said it was a white one?
Yeah, it's got like it's a storage van. I mean, it's not a van where you're taking people. It's a cargo type van. Yeah.
Well, we have a silver one.
Nah, this was white, I think.
I don't have that one.
Well, maybe it was silver. I don't know.
Little small one. No windows on the sides. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the Transit Connect that we have.
Is it silver?
It's silver.
I only saw it once, so it may be silver.
So this one's this one in the back.
So what year is it?
It's a 19.
And it's how much?
It's $11,999.
Well, it's not terrible.
No, but it's turnkey, ready to go. So when you slide the back doors open, there's built-in shelves. They slide forward, and if you open the barn doors in the back, they slide to the back as well. So if you need to haul a bunch of gear, like it used to be a phone, yeah, it used to be like a phone repair, like Verizon used to own it.
How many miles on that dude?
It's almost 100,000, a little shy of 100,000.
I got a friend that wants one. Yeah, Kevin Martin, 2019 Ford. You need to get Kevin Martin working for you.
Yeah. They're great little vans.
They look neat.
Like you could probably be almost 7 foot and drive one of those because the clearance in the head.
$13,999.
What'd I say?
$11,999.
Well, $11,999. Give me a call.
There you go. I like $11,999 better.
So, what engine's that got in it?
Beware the drivers
It's a
of the
little
white vans.
little small one, little 4-cylinder.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not gonna. If you need they make they make the transit ones,
Free
Connects,
candy
which
on
is
the
the small
side.
ones, and the big transit ones they make that you can stand up in, like Amazon drives and stuff.
108,000 miles.
Yep.
You
There
need
you go.
Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin, you
you
need to go work for these guys. Ron Rennells, do you have any hearse? I got a hearse. Hey, I'll sell you mine. I'll sell you my hearse too. I'll put together a package deal, baby. My hearse isn't running right now.
He's thinking of starting a DJ service.
That's fine. He won't ever show up. He's always in Kentucky or Boston or somewhere else. So he's like Chris Robinson. Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll be a unique and original idea.
All right, we're going to take a break. Ron Rennells, go back in your hole. We'll talk to you here in a minute.
He's gonna call you back in a second.
Probably.
I'm gonna try calling you.
All right. Well, we come back, we'll play some games.
What?
Who says living with
You got anything
labels
else on your
is a
list?
bad thing? Especially bright, easy to read labels with a large font.
When one man's drinking fountain is another man's bidet.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
All the pretend news to fill your day.
Trust your most unreliable source.
The Murphy Report. Made up stories almost like these and real stories on what's coming to the Murphy.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
Every Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
You know, Amanda, I label just about everything in my house, even my clothes, even my shoes. One shoe I have labeled R, and the other shoe I have labeled NR.
NR?
Yeah, not right.
You're not right.
The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the game is actually over before you storm the court. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Labor analysts have done the math. If God used union workers to create the world, just how long would it take?
6 days and a day of rest? Hardly. Experts say we might still be under construction, but at least we'd be on more solid ground.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made up stories just like these are what we're about on The Murphy Report, with a new report every Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Plus all the real news about what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in the heart of downtown Wilmington.
Hosted by veteran anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone. It's news you might lose. But if you do, we'll find it, we'll pick it up, we'll roll it up, and we'll stick it back in your front screen door.
That sounds more like a newspaper, Steve.
This isn't a newspaper?
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Profit off of a friend.
All right.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, bye, Ron.
You should be a car salesman.
We're back on. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Ron Rennell's, he keeps calling me in between. That's all right. So let's play a little games here. You've seen the show, so you know how the games work, right?
They're interesting
Let
sometimes.
me do some birthdays here.
That's yeah.
I got a birthday coming up too. Dang.
Saturday was Danielle Bentley's birthday. She's the owner of that Fresh Pizza and Cream. And Debbie Howard, she's a teacher in Hillsborough Schools. Rich Stewart, Darlene Watson. On Sunday, it was Mick DeWine's birthday. Mick was on the show years ago when we had it. That's actually Mike DeWine's cousin.
I was gonna say, is he related?
Yeah, they are. They're cousins, and I gotta get with Mick because I want Mick to give me the concealed carry. You ever had a concealed carry? Is it worth doing?
I think so.
Okay, well, no, I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio, you don't need it anymore, but yeah, it's good.
You
to
know-
have, it's good to have to go to.
Well,
other
there's
states.
there's some things, some benefits for it. I just bought a gun on Saturday. I had a fun weekend. I bought a gun Saturday, Sunday. I met with some people, so it's a good time. Leonard Sines is his birthday. Oh, excuse me, wait a minute. Bev Bentley's birthday was yesterday. She is a legend in the bus driving world. 70 years old, I think, and still driving bus for East Clinton. She probably drove 40 years. She was driving bus when I was in high school.
What's her name?
Bev Bentley.
I don't know her.
Your wife does, I bet. All right. Leonard Sines, his
You've been around
birthday
East Clinton,
today,
you know better.
82. Jan Griffiths, 48. Jacob
G.
Davis,
Bush,
26. Jeff Douglas, 47. Randy Clausen's his birthday today. The beautiful, wonderful Patty Shelton, 61. Heather Barr, it's her birthday today. Brian Arnett, 63. And the lovely Annette Weller from the Greenfield area is 53. Now, we do have some
Celebrity birthdays.
celebrity birthdays. And I looked at this, I'm like, I thought we already had her birthday, but I don't think so. How old is Adele today, the singer? What do you guys guess?
Well, she named her albums after her age, I think, right? So
All right, well, there you go.
32.
A little higher.
38.
Oh, not near
She's
that
not that
high.
old.
Not near that.
37.
Ding, 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 ding. Jerry.
Did you look it up, Jerry?
I just looked at a paper. I don't know. I
Nah.
don't know.
I thought she came out with an
Nothing on
album
there,
that's like 25 or 27 or something. I think.
Chris Brown.
Oh, 36.
Ding, 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 ding.
Whoa.
Dang, right off the bat.
you go.
Oh, shoot.
Brian Williams, the newsman, or so-called newsman for NBC.
Oh, I'm trying to think of who he is.
You know who Brian Williams is. Newsman for NBC, big tall guy.
I don't know. I'm going to say 51.
Higher,
58.
higher,
64.
higher, but you're in the ballpark.
66.
Wow.
66, there you go.
Wow.
James Conner, he is a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Still plays, so I'll give you a hint.
31.
Just a little bit high.
29.
Bracketed.
30.
30, there you
I
go.
was going to say 30.
Now, if you guys know who this is, you're going to step up a notch in my respect for you on this
Oh,
column.
boy.
Bill Ward.
Bill Ward.
Anybody know? I am Iron Man. Do. The drummer for Black Sabbath.
Mm.
Bill Ward.
71.
Higher.
80.
Bracketed.
76.
Just a little low.
77.
77. There you go.
Whenever he says just a little, go one way or the other.
Can you I can just imagine some of the stuff him and Ozzy have seen over the years.
Oh, can
It's
you
probably
imagine?
insane.
Yep. Charles Nagy, who used to be a pitcher for the Indians, he's retired. Charles Nagy.
Never heard of him.
Retired. No, never either.
Well, retired, I mean, he could be, who knows
Yeah,
what.
he
then.
could be 83. Who
Most of those
knows?
guys retire in their
Ron
low 40s.
Rennell's, by the way you spell Hearst is Hearse. That Hearst that you have there, that's called a shifter. It's a Hearst shifter. Just trying to help you out, brother. I'm trying to make you look a little more
Which
smart.
one's Patty?
Oh, yeah. Patty Hearst.
Oh,
Uh,
that's Hearst. That's with a T.
I'm going to say 65.
65, that's high.
58.
58, ding, 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 ding,
There
ding,
you
ding,
go.
ding. There you go.
Right, they're looking it up.
Kevin Martin and Vicky.
Kevin Martin. See, hey, look on there. They'll help you. Okay,
It was
here we
like a
go.
lag, though, so.
Last one.
Good.
Henry, I think it's Cavill. Caville.
So we're supposed to know, and you can't even pronounce his name?
Yes, because he plays in The Witcher
The who?
and Superman.
Was he the lead?
He's been the last Superman the last couple movies. Henry Cavill, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, so.
41.
41, just a little low.
45.
Just a little low.
42.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. He's from Hillsborough. We got to get
No,
him
I'm
a
not.
break. Or where do you live? You don't.
I live in Lynchburg.
Well, that's
Well,
even
outside
worse. Okay.
Lynchburg.
That's even worse then. All right. No, I'm just kidding you. All right. And in memory today, stand by your man.
Loretta Lynn.
Nope.
Tammy Wynette.
Tammy
I
Wynette.
couldn't remember which one did that.
Tammy Wynette.
Tammy, why not? No.
Tammy, why not? Yep. And she's also the one famous for DIVORCE.
And Rick and I run a close
That
second.
spells divorce. That's your Rick's theme song.
That's our theme song, yeah.
Oh, boy.
They're tied right now. All right. All right, here we go. Chain connection. So we have the Evil Emperor back there. We got CT against Jerry today. So you know how to play Chain Connection, right?
I've listened to it, but I'll get the gist of it here.
It's
tonight.
actually a show.
It's as gay as it sounds.
All right.
Ron says you're a grammar Nazi.
That's right. Well, you gotta learn how to spell, brother. All right, here we go. CT, you got your choice. You can either go first or pick your column.
Do
A or
column-
B?
Do column A.
Column A. So Jerry is B, and Jerry goes first. All right, here we go.
Jerry's favorite column.
Jerry, reflex
They both suck.
A.
What?
Reflex A.
Reflex.
A.
Reflex.
Reflex A.
Action.
Action is right. Action S.
Action. S.
I have to put the clock on sometimes because they try to stall to see if I get any help in the
Action S.
answers.
I'll keep it.
What you got back there, Evil Emperor? You got any idea?
Same thing you got.
No.
Reflex. What?
It was reflex
Action.
action, then action S.
Action.
S.
Action.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sports.
Action sports, you want that?
What'd you say?
You said sports.
Action sports?
Kevin Martin says action supply. Michelle says action sports.
Action sports.
All right, here we go. CT, your
We
first
tried.
one. This is probably the hardest one of your group.
Oh, great.
Garlic P.
Press.
Very good. You may run it here. Garlic press.
We got one of those at my house.
Yeah.
Press B.
Box.
Press box.
Oh, snap.
Box L.
Box L.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Lunch.
Box lunch. The man is on top of it. Lunch T.
Charlie's been bringing in ringers.
You're my ringer today, did you know
I don't
that?
know. I've
Lunch
had
tea.
every one of these too.
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime. There we go.
Yep.
Time M.
Management.
No.
Dang it.
Man, you were rolling too. Okay, Jerry. Action ST.
Action ST.
Action ST.
Huh. Well, I don't know on that one. ST,
I was a
action
freaking
ST.
school teacher, but I taught music.
This is column A,
Huh?
right? This is column A.
No, he picked column A. This is B. Action ST. See, he's stalling right now. See,
No, I don't know. Action
say,
station.
say ST. Maybe
Huh?
that'll lead you something. Action
Stage. That's what Michelle says.
All right, I'll go to Michelle stage.
All right.
Michelle's 2 for 2.
Time MA.
Machine.
Yeah, machine.
Time machine is right. All right, for the win.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun.
boy.
For the win. Machine W. He's writing this down. He's having to think it out. I like it. Taking it serious.
Machine.
Machine W.
Oh, man.
Save the toughest one for last, Charlie.
Machine W.
Yes, Machine W.
Wash.
I'm going to give it to you. Machine washable. Yeah. Machine washable. The winner, CT.
All right, way to go.
All right, so let's see if we can get Jerry finished up. You can help him now if you want, since you did so well. Action STA. No, Rick, not STD. Action STA.
Action start. Action station.
Oh, what'd you say?
Action start. Action.
I almost said it.
Star?
Action Star.
What the hell? Here we go.
Like a
Another one
movie.
of these runners high.
No, movie. Like the movie
Action
Action Star. Yeah.
You know, like, back in the
I
day. it
never
was
thought of that.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Star P.
Star presentation. Who knows?
No, Star P.
Power.
Star power.
Star Power, yeah. Power P.
Ah.
Not after you drank 12 beers, no. Power,
Power
P.
punch. Power
Not
punch.
punch.
Power.
No, not press. And this one makes perfect sense. Power P. LB Mouse CD.
Well,
Power P.
Power. E.
Press. Power punch.
Power PL.
Power PL. Power.
PL.
Power PL.
Power play.
Ooh, Power Play is a good guess,
Yeah.
but that's not it.
Huh.
Man, our daggone electric went out. Those stupid squirrels.
Give us another letter.
I just gave you a hint. The electric went out in Sabina. Those stupid squirrels. Power PL.
Plant.
Plant, yeah, power
Oh.
plant. There you go. Michelle Tebow comes in with the answer. Okay, Plant L.
Plant life.
Plant Life, right? And the last one, Life L.
Lifelong.
Life what?
Long.
No,
Life
good guess.
line.
though.
Life
Lifeline,
support. It's the kind of
Lifeline,
thing that you see with
Life
this
support.
game.
There you
Life
go.
support. This
Lifeline.
game's a life support.
Wow.
Wow, it's a great game. CT cranked it out of the park.
Good
What,
job,
3
CT.
guesses we got in there?
What's that Florida education?
There we go. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Jerry's going to give us a little This Day in History.
Local religious leaders pondering taking Sundays off.
Holy Toledo, Batman. Are religious holidays next on the chopping block?
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Investigative reporting. It's what we do, sometimes on the Murphy Report.
Nothing is off limits in our newsroom, except baby turtles.
The Murphy Report. A new report every Monday on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel.
Amanda, did you know that I once felt I had a calling and gave serious consideration to joining the priesthood?
Oh, I can see that. You seem sincere, spiritual sort of person, not wrapped up in the petty trappings of society, littered with ego and vanity. What made you decide not to do it?
I don't look good in black.
Amen to that. The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike.
Well, we got kids, so we do carnival.
Game on, folks. Going to start a new game show here soon. I think it's a lot like, kind of like Family Feud. So
Oh, I love that show.
should be fun. Yeah, it should be fun. Well, if I'd known you loved that show, I'd have had a Family Feud game today. But I didn't know.
We
that.
watch Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune every night.
Yeah, I like those.
My wife runs the board in Jeopardy.
Oh, does she really? Well, she's a school teacher, so
She got her master's. She's intelligent.
you got to give it up for her. Plus, it's in sciences. All right. Oh, it's not my phone off. So, Jerry, give me a little This Day in History.
All right. May 5th, this day in history. In 1494, Christopher Columbus sighted Jamaica on his second trip to the Western Hemisphere.
Did you see the new beaches?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a draw.
Most all of them were, yeah. It was a thing back then. Yeah. And you named the island Santa Gloria. That's why.
That's right.
That's exactly, yeah.
Gloria, does that have anything to do with the glory hole?
G-L-O.
Apparently.
That's true, Charlie. Yeah.
Apparently.
Glad I wasn't drinking coffee for that one.
Well, it was one of those trees had a big knot in it.
Yeah.
I gotta continue
There were
now.
also rabbit holes there.
Here we go. Can't see anything but the rabbit's tail.
This has escalated very quickly.
In 1809,
It works very quickly.
in 1809, Mary Kay
Experts at it.
was awarded the first patent to go to a woman. It was a technique for weaving straw with silk and thread.
Huh.
That made it stronger, and they used it in women's hats a lot.
Makes sense.
Yeah. In 1862, the Battle of Puebla took place.
What?
Puebla. It was the Battle of Puebla. It was in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
And it was in the Franco-Mexican War, and that's why we have Cinco de Mayo.
Oh,
It's like Jeffrey Schusler said earlier.
Yeah.
no, he was talking about tequila.
Well, he also talked about
he
the
got
war.
sent to, yeah.
He had been drinking tequila, then they wanted to fight.
In 1865, the 13th Amendment was ratified, abolishing slavery in the U.S. In 1891, Music Hall was dedicated in New York City. It was later renamed Carnegie Hall. In 1892, U.S. Congress extended the Gary Chinese Exclusion Act for 10 more years. The act required Chinese in the U.S. to be registered or face deportation. In 1925, John T. Scopes, a biology teacher in Dayton, Tennessee, was arrested for teaching Darwin's theory of evolution. After being found guilty of and convicted, the conviction was later set aside.
A lot.
In
Nothing. You're doing good. Keep going. Trying to be quiet.
In 1936, Edward Ravenscroft received a patent for the screw-on bottle cap.
Is that like clap on, clap off?
That's sorta. In 1942, the U.S. wartime sugar rationing began. In 1945, a Japanese balloon bomb exploded on Gerhardt Mountain in Oregon. A pregnant woman and 5 children were killed. Yeah, have you ever heard about that before?
Yes.
That was weird. Those balloon bombs, and that's the only one that did any damage in the U.S.
Yeah, in Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heard about that.
How lucky would you have to be in order to have a balloon bomb explode?
In 1961, astronaut Alan B. Shepard Jr. aboard Mercury capsule Freedom 7 became the first American in space when he made a 15-minute suborbital flight. And then came...
I was going to say, that's more than Katy Perry.
Yeah, and then came King and Perry and all that.
Gail King.
Gail King, yeah. And
Let's not go there.
huh?
Exactly.
So let's not go there.
She was offended because everybody said it was a ride instead
was
of
a ride.
group of astronauts.
They weren't a group of astronauts.
I know. That training that you got to go through to be an astronaut, yeah.
They wouldn't have made it.
In 1966, Willie Mays broke the National League record for home runs when he hit his 512th home run. In 1978, Pete Rose of Cincinnati registered his how many hits?
Would they?
In 1978.
500.
On this date in 1978.
Not sure.
3,000th Major League
Okay.
hit. In 1987, the U.S. Congressional Iran-Contra began its hearings.
All over North.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, in 1991, Carnegie Hall marked its 100th anniversary. And in 2014, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld Christian prayers at the start of local council meetings. Now you know
When did they
more
go
than.
to
The rest of the story.
repeal the 19th Amendment,
What is the 19th Amendment?
women's right to vote?
Oh.
Speaking of council meetings, tonight they're having a special meeting to indoctrinate the first woman mayor of Sabina.
Indoctrinate?
Well, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Did you,
Install.
you swear in or swear at?
Swear at or swear in, yeah. So Danielle, good luck.
Who's the new mayor?
Danielle Johnson. Her husband was on here with the mushrooms.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to get her to come on too one day.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, Mexican word of the
I
day.
don't remember it, but that was a good show.
Defender. Hector was furious when he saw a dent on Defender of his new car.
At least it wasn't one of those stupid Mexican word jokes.
Mexican word of the day. Charted. Juan tried to pass gas after eating too many refried
Come on,
beans,
Charlie.
but he charted instead.
That's crazy, the Hector one. I'm thinking of Hector from Fast and Furious.
All right, last one. Mexican word of the day, chair. If you want part of my burrito, I will share it with you.
I just like his hat.
Yeah, those are great. You gotta like the Mexican words of the day. I never use those. I might have to use those more often.
Oh, Lord.
Once a year
Yeah, yeah, once a year.
on this day.
I'll listen to you. We could do it for this week to
Give you
celebrate.
There you go.
Let's see. You have 3,000th hit. Ron Rennell's got that.
He'll be wanting to try to squeeze that in there on, what is it, September? I can't. Sometime in September is Independence Day for
Now, the
Mexico.
word of the day, I hadn't said yet.
Somewhere in
Let
the
me
middle of the
say
month.
that real quick. The word of the day is herpetology. And that's the
Did you
study.
get that, Charlie?
Is that the study of herpes?
No, that's the study of reptiles and amphibians.
Oh, well.
Going back to our snake story earlier. Plus, his wife's a biology teacher.
Yep.
All right, so we're back to the car lot here for a minute or two. It is full service, right? You do have a mechanic on duty. You've got, what if somebody wants to come, are you guys going to offer like oil changes and stuff like that?
Yeah, with the
Or-
purchase of every car, you can get your first oil change free. If you
See,
come,
there's a hook.
if
That's
you
good.
come purchase just from me, a car from me, you get a $50 gift card to the porch, which is we like ordering out from the porch there at work. They got. If you never had their corn ribs,
Corn ribs.
you never had them,
No.
you need to.
Never eaten at the perch. The porch.
The porch,
The porch, yeah.
the corn ribs, in my
It's a different
opinion,
place, Charlie. They have corn ribs there.
Yeah.
What is a corn rib?
it's so they. I don't know how they do it, but it's basically ear corn, and they're slicing into 4 pieces, like long ways.
Yeah.
So it's like you're eating a rib, but they put this aioli sauce on them, and
Yeah.
they deep fry them. So when they come out, you can just bend them and just eat the corn right off the cob.
But
You
you
can
don't
get-
eat the cob.
I mean,
You still eat it like you're eating sweet corn.
You
Yep.
can eat the cob if you want to, Charlie.
it's just like eating a rib, but instead of a bone, it's the
Corn ribs.
the
You ever
corn,
heard
yeah.
of it, Jerry?
No, that's the first time I
it's
heard
an
of it.
appetizer. But man, they are, and they slice trying to think, mozzarella, or they slice provolone or something on the top.
Sounds
I'm hungry now.
Sounds like a lot of butter. Is there a lot of butter involved?
There's
in
some
this?
butter on them, but they're amazing. I don't know. You have to try them.
It doesn't sound bad.
No,
I've not been to the porch yet.
No, I'm
oh,
not.
you're missing out.
Well, we were going to go there once. It was like really crowded.
Somebody just
so-
says it's really good to eat at. Rick,
Rick Morton. He's the guy who comes in here on Tuesdays. Big guy, wheelchair.
gotcha.
Super nice guy. Super.
Yeah,
and
corn ribs are
his
good.
his wife makes great chocolate chip cookies. That's somebody you should partner with. That might sell you some cars right there.
Does she sell them?
Well, she will. But Stephanie Morton, Rick Morton's wife, she has these awesome chocolate chip butterscotch cookies with salt on the bottom.
Oh my goodness.
And
I just gained
she
5
also
pounds.
sells, well, she don't really sell them, but she could. She also has no bake cookies too. No bake cookies. And now another person you could get to partner with, like if you're going after like fat guys like me, Deanna Learman, Bill Learman's wife. She is the Buckeye Queen. She can make all kinds of different Buckeyes, and she might do that with you.
I love Buckeyes.
Oh, Buckeyes are great. Yeah, yeah, they are. They're great.
I'm gaining 5 pounds just talking about this. Right
I've
now.
never seen another Buckeye.
They are. Buckeyes are awesome. So you got a van down there that sounds interesting. You got some Priuses. Now, do you guys do any body work down there?
No, we don't offer body work.
Okay.
I'd recommend probably Collins in Lynchburg. He does good body work.
Yeah.
You need like a body guy.
No, I was just curious if you, because I'm sure you get some cars in there once in a while that need a little touch ups. And
Yeah, we
stuff.
send them out, but we don't.
You
Body
send
work's
those
one of them things, kind of like you want to hire somebody to do, your drywall and all that. You got to have like a knack for it, and body work's
Right.
just one of them things.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
it's hard
no.
to find.
No, I agree.
I think that probably my pick of cars that we have in stock right now, we got a 13 two-door Wrangler.
Jeep.
Oh, it's
Is it one that's sitting out there along the road?
probably it's black two-door.
Like
Got metal fenders on it. It's only got 46,000 miles on a 13.
For a 13, wow.
It's 17.9 automatic, hard top. That thing is beautiful. Aftermarket wheels and tires. It's just turnkey, ready to hit the trails.
Really? See, I'm not a huge Jeep guy.
I like low stuff, so
Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
I like bag things.
I tell you what, the thing if I had all the money in the world, and I'd try to find me like a 50 Merc or a Ford lowrider or something like
You
that.
can ask my wife. My favorite's 49 to 51
Yeah,
Mercury Custom
yeah,
Kit.
perfect.
That's number one on my list over any vehicle.
Yeah, they're or Fords. Ford's same thing basically.
Yep.
Yeah, they're nice. I tell you, even, and I know you're gonna laugh at this, but if it was chopped and lowered, even the old Hudsons. Hudsons are like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I saw a Hudson one time at the NSRA Nationals. It was crazy. You look at it from far away, it looks like a white car. It looked like it had a green blanket thrown over it. The closer you got to this car, you realized the green blanket was the paint. They painted a green blanket, and it looked, it had like the silk end, and the fur. It was almost a green, well, a little darker than the green of your shirt. But it was just, the paint job was like, it was like Columbus Art and Design painted it, but it was neat. It was just neat. So you got, let's talk brass tacks. So I go down there. Let's say I was trying to buy your white van for $11,900, since you already gave me a $2,000 deal.
About this van.
Yeah.
Well, no, I liked
You
it.
just have a lot of candy to unload.
No, I just got a lot of DJ equipment. I don't think they take my hearse in on trade, especially since it's not running. But anyhow,
He wouldn't get very much.
no, I know I wouldn't. But anyhow, let's say, all right, I'm in there 11.9. What year is that thing?
It's a 19.
Wow, so that means I can, well, that's 6 years old still. It's hard to believe, think about that, 2019, 6 years old.
Yeah.
So how many months can you go on something like that? 72 probably?
You can probably go 72 on it, 60 for sure.
Okay, so 6 years.
Yep.
6 years, and it's 11.9. So I'm gonna guess.
$13,999.
Well, according to Kevin Martin, it's 13, but according to CT, who works there as a salesman, he said 11.9. So
That's
that
a
means
special.
you could get it
That's
for.
a special today.
You could get it for, I'm gonna guess, 180 a month. Probably in that area.
Depends on your down payment, yeah.
Ain't no down payment. We ain't paying nothing down.
Well, the interest rates right now, even if you got stellar credit, they're still at 6-7%.
Yeah, what are you talking about? 180, 190.
You could probably be pretty close, yeah. If you you'd have to put some, at least probably $2,000 down to get there, though. Hey, the banks control the keys of the kingdom.
I never put money down for anything.
Well, if you want to get cheaper, you gotta
Yeah.
flux it out.
That's like I see these stupid lease things. hey, you can lease this for $349 a month after you put $3,000 down. I'm like, no,
I drive like too much to lease
No.
anything.
Oh yeah, I can't lease it.
no, that's not happening. So anyhow, but here's the thing: you got finance guy there, right?
We got finance.
So how many
absolutely.
different people does he work with to get you financed?
Probably got 5, 6 different banks. We can go through your bank if you want to go through your bank. But we have in-house financing and we got outside financing that we can go through our local
In-house
bank.
financing.
Yeah, we can get you approved right there.
No, I mean, but who? Okay, when you say in-house, you don't finance them.
No, it's not financed through us. No,
No, see, when I think in-house, that's what I'm thinking.
in-house is if you can.
Like a buy here, pay here almost.
No, we don't do that.
Well, so
There's
places that do.
There's
yeah.
places that do that. Yeah, absolutely. That's just. It's hard doing buy your pair because it takes you a year, 2 years to get your money. You know, it takes a while.
Oh, I'm not saying yay or nay
Yeah.
on it. I just some people will want to ask, so I'm trying to ask that question
Yeah.
so others don't have to. So anyhow, so you get you have that guy there, and only 5 or 6 banks. I figure it'd be more than that.
Well, we've only been open a year. This
Yeah.
location, we're at a month, so we're still slowly gathering, banks because some banks won't play ball with you unless you've been open a year or 2 years. So
Oh, really?
yeah, and then some banks they won't play ball because you're not a big, massive franchise. You don't sell brand new cars, so they're considered a mom and pop.
Right.
So some banks won't play
But
ball.
you got 5 or 6, so that's
Yeah, yeah.
better than nothing.
Yep, we're definitely good.
So
get
are
people
you?
approved.
Can you say who they are? You know who some of them are?
Yeah, we have Credit Acceptance. We have First State Bank. We got People's Bank. We got Atomic. We got Buckeye State Bank.
I like the outhouse. Sean says. It's that in-house lending, the outhouse. Hey,
He probably pays cash for everything.
Buckeye Weather Center's watching. How you doing? What about you don't have that one from Chillicothe. What's the name of it?
Homeland? No, they're one in Greenfield.
Do you do anything with the Right Pack Credit Union?
No,
you
you'd have
guys
to-
should get right back.
Well, Right Pat stuff because you have to live in Clinton County or there's certain stipulations. But
Oh, really?
yeah,
Didn't know
Well,
that.
what if like somebody wants to buy something from Right Pat? I mean, buy something. They live in Clinton County.
oh yeah, they can go. They can. We can do it's called buyer's order. They can take it up to Right Pat and get the loan, all the paperwork done there, then bring the paperwork back to us.
Because Right Pat's
Absolutely.
who I have mine through right now.
Yeah, like 'cause I have like USAA for everything, so
Oh,
getting
because you're a veteran. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so-
awesome.
I'll probably never switch banks.
Well, I mean,
No
yeah,
offense to any of the banks listening, but
Well,
once you're in, you're in.
yeah, veterans. I mean, that's a deal, isn't it? For
Yeah.
them? Because, but not everybody can get that.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you got to be you have to have a father or grandfather, or the poor farmer wife has all the dough. Yeah, I'm gonna give your wife some dough tomorrow when she shows up. Anyhow, so you got 5 or 6 banks. Do you have any credit unions down there? You said Atomic. That's a credit union.
Yeah,
isn't
there's a branch in Hillsboro.
it? Is there? Okay.
Yeah, they built it right next to Gold Star. The little small building that's right next to Gold Star
Okay.
there. Kind of
Okay.
in front of.
Credit unions seem like they're a little easier to deal with than banks.
Yeah, they got good interest rates. Atomic's really good.
I'd like to buy a truck or something today. Well, all
Sean,
you
we're
gotta do
friends
is-
on Facebook. Just shoot me a message.
Yeah, call him. There you go. Ron Rennells, you're going to buy my camper today. We already figured that out.
What are you even selling your camper for? Do you know?
How much?
Yeah.
To you or Ron, I'd sell it for $5,000.
You just announced it on Wake Up Wilmington.
Yeah. $5,000.
You're not keeping it under your hat.
I know.
Hey,
That's what happened last
hey.
time. One person asked for a price, and I gave him the price, and shoot, I had 3 or 4 people call.
That's how, like, back in November, I sold my Ford Flex. I wanted to buy it, so I'm like,
Today and today only for $5,000, you
Today
can buy
only,
from
$5,000.
Cheapo Charlie's RV sales.
That's right. That's right, baby.
you have to get it up the gravel, though.
Well, no, the guy that actually owns the lot, he will pull it out for you because, well, he's got this thing jacked in there. But we just started up about a month ago. It starts up, runs.
My dad used to build campgrounds, so I've been around RVs most of my life.
Yeah, if you're interested, $5,000. Yeah, there you go.
I just got rid of my A class like last year.
What year was it?
97.
Well, this is a little bit of an upgrade. The only thing it does needs a hot water heater. The hot water heater is brand new
Now
in it.
he's revealing the other
Yeah,
side.
the hot water heater in it is brand new. It just needs to be hooked up right. The guy I bought it from, he didn't hook it up right, and I haven't messed with it. So
I went from a C class to the Class A, and I tell you, driving, I'd rather have a C.
no, that's what I'm thinking too.
Just because, like, top heavy portions and.
Yep.
I originally wanted to look for a C class, but then this A came available, and I'm like, because I would like to kind of travel in it.
Yeah.
And this A, hell, I almost hit 2 or 3 mailboxes just driving it.
Well, because you're not on a van chassis, you're on an actual chassis, so the front wheels are like literally under your feet.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're going to run off the road. Going down 124 is a little sketch.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
Do you take
yeah.
food stamps? Ron Rennell wants to know. You're talking to me? No.
Me,
But-
definitely not.
Yeah, five.
I'm not trying
$5,000.
to. Hey, we do that.
Oh,
we get
snap.
arrested, then we have to get bailed
Yeah,
out.
then we'd be in trouble.
Then we have to reach out to Sean Bennett.
Yeah, Sean, I have to help us.
Bond is out.
So we can get finance there. You guys have a detailer there?
Not there at our old location. The detailer, she's there. Yes, she details everything. Kelly Moots, she's our detailer.
So she'll come out
Yeah.
and detail it for you. If you like to buy a new car, you get it detailed.
Oh, it's detailed for you before it leaves. You just detail and put it right on the lot.
Yeah, but if it's a gravel lot, the thing's
Well,
gonna
yeah,
get
we'll
dirty
get-
after a week.
It'll get all nice and clean for you to take it home for sure.
Do you do any outside? Do you take any outside detailing in there at the
No, we
detail
don't.
shop, or is
No,
it just
It's just all
in house?
It's all our stuff.
So yeah, okay. I didn't know whether maybe people could get something detailed there.
No, we don't offer that. My buddy Ryan lives in Hillsboro. He has a precision detail. He does a lot of that stuff. He's mobile and come to your yard.
Can't really find anybody around there.
Yeah,
anymore.
he does really
I saw
awesome.
where somebody in Nuviana was doing it.
Well, and I tell you what, that's not cheap either.
Mm-mm.
That's like what, 100, $150 or more?
Keep going.
Double that.
Really? Well, I wouldn't pay that.
Yeah. If your car's pretty dirty and get a mobile person, you're looking at $250 to $300
Yeah.
probably for sure.
I'll do it
Yeah.
myself before I
But
do that.
when you're talking full on, they take your seats out and they do like
Well, I don't need
everything.
that.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be looking under my
Well, I'll
seats
say one thing.
anyhow?
My car looked great when I got it back from out there at Gerber's. When,
Yeah.
Man, they buffed that baby out and then they just fixed the rear bumper.
So would you run into something? Or
Well,
something?
no.
Hit something?
No, listen to this. Tell him.
I was sitting at the traffic light and the state patrolman hit me from behind.
Seriously. Isn't that crazy? And they paid a whopping, what, $250?
No, they paid my $500 deductible.
Oh, $500
That's all they'll pay because
deductible.
all government vehicles are what they call it. If you get hit by a government vehicle,
They don't
they'll
have to
that.
pay, other than just the
I used to drive
deductible.
government vehicles. I never knew that.
Yeah,
I
I
should at
didn't.
least got like a get out of ticket card or something from the guy. Jeez.
Yeah, I said, yeah. They had to call. They had to call another patrolman because of the accident. He forgot to tell him how bad the accident was. It's just a little fender bender, and there was 5 cruisers there before it was all over. And
They
it
had
was like a
Jerry
drug
up on
bust.
I guess they were
Did he
handcuffed.
have a push bar on his car?
No, it was just I think it was.
So he got some damage too.
Actually, I think it hurt that car worse than it hurt mine. He was driving a Ford
Crown Vic,
Explorer.
probably. Oh, Explorer, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It was an Explorer, and I got an Escape. But because the piece of the grill fell out of it.
I think I parked behind you outside then.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's right up the street here.
All right, well, we will take a break and come back and finish with a little more talking cars now at Auto Patriots.
Oh yeah, it was.
Indulge in a variety of mouth-watering dishes, from juicy burgers and fresh salads to stacked sandwiches, delicious pizzas, warm soups, crispy fries, and finger-licking wings. Every bite is crafted with care using hand-grinded and breaded ingredients made right here in-house. Whether you're dining solo or with family or hanging out with friends, we have something to satisfy every craving. That's the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse, the best fries in town.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Nursery rhyme historians uncover the truth about Jack and Jill.
There was no hill to climb, and new clues cast doubt on there ever being a pail. What could be next? The tortoise and the hare living together?
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. The nursery rhymes may be made up, but the only thing made up here is the news.
That's right, Steve. On the Murphy Report. With a new report every week beginning Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Hard-hitting, cutting edge, and a third less fulfilling.
With veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
A combined 415 years in the news business.
It's made up news you can count on to get you through your day.
And put you to sleep at night, just like me with my warm milk and cookies. And a plethora of heart-related medications.
Plus all the real news on what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
That's on the Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to...
When Sullenberger landed a plane in the Hudson River.
Let's get personal,
I was
personal.
in New York City then.
Let's get personal, personal. Sunday nights, 5 to 8. Come check out Dr. Sarah and Dr. Jeffrey.
Sarah?
Yeah, we're going to promote her today. Sarah play me like a piccolo fife, and Dr. Hot Dog King himself, Jeffrey Schusler.
I love that.
Yeah, there's a food truck you could get, Dr. Jeffrey Schusler. There you go.
Not a truck, though.
Well, a hot dog cart, whatever. Same type of thing.
It's got a wiener wagon.
Hey, he's got a wiener wagon.
It's not the one that the world awaited.
Home of the wish he had a foot long. No comment?
Got nothing.
I'm looking at Jerry because I'm sure Jerry's thinking
me?
something. Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to.
So what else you want to tell? You said you got a car for $49.95. What year is it?
It's an 11 Toyota Sienna. So if you need a minivan,
That's cheap.
It's a Toyota. You'll probably get 500,000 miles out of it for sure.
But the odometer will stop at 300,000. I have one. A Vibe, Pontiac Vibe, which is a Toyota.
That's the same thing as a Corolla motor, yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to take a picture of it. Turn 300,000, stops. 299,999 miles.
Wow. I never even heard that before.
Toyota Sienna.
I think it broke.
In 2011, so you're only going to get maybe 36, 48 months on that.
Yeah, you won't get too far out just because it's it's
Older.
It's older. Yeah, absolutely.
And you're probably talking $1.50 a month, 150.
Yeah, you could
like
get
that.
definitely under 200 for that one a month for sure.
Yep.
And I mean, you need something to haul the kids,
2011?
haul the kids around. It's perfect, and reliability for a Toyota, it's there.
See, 2011 doesn't sound like that's old, but it's 14 years old.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what a new Sienna would cost?
Oh, probably 30.
Oh no, they're in high 40s probably.
Really?
Yeah, they're up there.
No, I'm just getting at that the age of things. You know how that's all. It's like
I drive a 2011 every day.
well, I don't even have it. Mine's I think it's 2008. I think it's either 2008 or 2006, and then my Ford Crown's 1 year newer. I think it's 2000. That's what it is. It's 2008, and I got 2009 Crown Victoria. That's what it is. And then my other one's 91. So
Yeah, they don't. Like the only car Ford's making right now is the Mustang. They quit making, I think, everything.
Really?
Pretty sure.
And Mustangs are all right. Everybody's got. I just did see. Now, is it true or not? The El Camino is coming back. I
Never
saw
heard
a
that.
mock-up of it. Is that true?
Never heard that.
I don't know. I seen a rendering of 2027 Chevrolet Caprice wagon the other day on Facebook.
Really? That would be neat.
It looked like it had the woody panel type.
Yeah.
It looked awesome. I'm like, man, if they come out with that, that would be awesome.
Well, El Camino, the El Caminos I saw, I think it was 26. Looked like they're coming out. That would be neat. I tell you a couple. What are some of these newer cars that you like? I mean, anything that's out. I kind of like that. What is it, Santa Fe?
Hyundai Santa Fe.
That's kind of cool looking.
Yeah, the new. They got a new one. It's I think it's a hybrid. It's pretty cool. The boxes. It almost looks like a Range Rover to me.
Yeah.
But as far as new cars, I don't know. I don't keep up with a lot of the new stuff.
Hyundai
Talking
Santa
to Wood
Fe.
about the wood grain, we used to always, when I worked at the Ford dealership, and we sold very few Squire wagons, but we get one, say, hey, here's one, Scott, you gotta leave in the crate.
Yeah.
Don't uncrate it, leave it in the crate.
Yep. That was a big thing. My dad used to be the station wagon king. At one time, we had 3 station wagons.
I've always loved wagons, especially the ones that got the jumper seats in the back. It's so hard to find those. It's
I
not.
about got killed in one of those one time.
So hard to find those. It's not been in a demo derby already.
Oh,
though, 'cause
yeah.
those guys snatched those up.
Well, and I tell you what else did a disservice to old cars was that when I think it was Bush or Obama had that cars clunkers.
Cash for clunkers.
Cash for clunkers.
Yeah, all the good stuff. The metal ones.
A
Oh,
lot of those.
Yeah.
thousands and thousands.
Yeah. Well, a lot of junkyards cleaned it out. Then
Yeah.
They made,
it made it hard to get a lot of parts.
I had most wagons. I think Pinto wagons. I had.
You had Pinto wagons.
Yeah. I had a Pinto cruising wagon.
That's what I loved about my Ford Flex. It felt like you're in a wagon,
I like the Ford
They were
Flex.
super-
I like the way they look.
They were super roomy. I called it my man van.
They're kind of like a mini beast, like the president is in.
Yeah.
They kind of remind you, put you in that mindset of a beast. You ever see that thing? I mean, the doors are like that thick.
Oh, they're thick.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
when I was at Coast Guard headquarters in D.C., right across, it's built in the side of the hill, so right across the street was where they land all the, what they call it, the Ospreys and all that stuff, landing right there at the little Air Force base, so you can see them come in and land all day long. It was pretty cool. Then they'd go, when they got ready to leave, they'd go over, the Chinooks and whatever would go over and pick him up.
Yeah.
But they'd park them right across the freeway right there. It was pretty cool to look out and see them every day, touch and goes
Yeah.
in D.C.
I tell you what, car, if you get the car bug, it bites you, and you like washing. Even though I don't understand all the, some cars, it's just like anything else. There's some cars we like, some cars we don't. Some cars I think are overrated. It's like Mustangs. I mean, everybody and their brother has a Mustang.
Yeah.
They're just oversold. Huh? Girls' car, Rick says. And I'd much rather like the Camaros.
Yeah.
Well, I think
I like Camaros.
the most bang for your buck vehicle, if you like sports cars, would probably be the Corvette C8. Just for the power to price tag to ratio, I think the new Corvettes that probably have the most.
The mid-engine ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty neat.
I mean, you can get new
I'm
ones
too
for
fat to get in those.
yeah.
Though.
You can get new ones for around probably 80 or so, but you can still get used ones, in the 50s.
Yeah.
But as far as horsepower wise, you're not going to beat it for the money. If you like 2 doors, obviously.
Yeah.
I'll stick to my 4-door V8 cars.
Yeah. Talking about old car, 57 Chevy. I never was into 57 Chevys.
And they're overrated too.
I
could care less if I never saw another 55 or 57.
I think
Chevy.
I only owned a couple of them, maybe, but
56. That's a different story.
55.
No, I'm just saying you never see 56.
Right.
Driving your Rambler, Jerry?
Hmm?
Your Rambler station wagon?
Well, I think my cousin had one. I never had a Rambler. I don't think.
I had a 66 Plymouth Fury VIP, like a 24-foot long car. I came into the pumpkin run one weekend, and I literally, on Saturday, I bought it, and I drove back to D.C. Sunday morning.
Oh, wow.
I printed out a temporary tag on Virginia, online, and I stuck it in the back window, and I rolled all the way to D.C.
There you go.
Wow.
I grabbed me a bag of tools. I'm like, that thing rode great, dude. I was like, man, this is crazy.
Ron, 56 is cooler though, because you don't see very many.
No.
You see lots of 55s, see lots of 57s, but you don't see any
Had a-
56s.
We had a 56, had a 55 and a 56 Chevy Nomad.
There you go.
And like to have those back now.
Oh yeah, big money. Big money.
Yeah.
So you can get financing here at Patriot. We're located at 73, heading into Hillsborough from Wilmington. CT's there, and also you got another salesman. What's his name?
Cody
Cody
Wilson.
Wilson, and the owner is
Mick Short. Mickey Short. Yep.
Mick Short, and then your mechanic is
Daryl.
and his other brother Daryl.
And then our finance guy's Matt
Finn,
Finn.
and so they'll be glad to help you down there. So if you're in the Hillsborough area, we've had Wilmington Auto on here. We've also had
Seth C.
Seth was on here.
He was watching earlier.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth was on, and he's a hoot too.
Oh,
isn't
he's
he?
awesome. Seth's a good dude.
He's funny. So you got a lot of good choices to go to here locally. I've asked Bush to come on too before, and I've asked him 2 or 3 times. So maybe they'll take us up. But I know Bush. They do a lot of, like it sounds like you guys. Like if you got a car you just want to get rid of, you got an extra car laying around you're not using, take it to these places. They may give you a fair offer. I know. My daughter took one of her little Chevy car into Bush, and hell, they gave her a great deal on buying it, especially if you got trucks. I can't tell you how many people I've seen that, I bought a new truck a couple years ago, and I took it back, and heck, they gave me what I get paid for it.
Yeah, when COVID happened, man, you could literally buy a brand new one, take it off, and make more money 2 weeks later. It was crazy.
Yeah, trucks are nuts right now. And I wouldn't mind having a truck, but you'd laugh. I'll tell you the kind of truck I'd like to have. I like to have me an old S10.
Like a square body one?
Yeah.
Like 88, 89?
Yeah,
I used to have a bodied, bag and bodied 89.
Yeah, just an S10.
I had the S15, the GMC one.
Oh, that's all right.
Same thing,
same
though.
thing. Now, I like the old S10.
That was a fun truck.
I had a pickup truck that nobody else has had.
What's that? Oh, that one you built.
That one I built.
Yeah, he built one out of a.
It was out of a Pontiac. It was out of a Pontiac T1000.
He made a truck out of
Cut it down, made a truck out of it. Went through the state, had it relicensed.
Put you in
as a
mind
Pontiac
of those
T100.
old Chrysler little like Wagoneer things. What do they call those? The little cars.
K car.
Rampage or something.
Oh.
The Dodge Rampage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like
Kind of put you in the
like
mind
a
of
Ford
that.
Ranchero or El Camino.
But it was little.
Yeah.
Little.
It's like they took like a
Rampage.
Dodge Daytona and put a bed on it.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, CT, we appreciate you coming on today. And actually, this is our first time we've met. So,
I'm always listening and watching.
yeah, and we
for coming
appreciate
in.
that.
You're very welcome.
Anybody down there in the Hillsborough area you think we ought to have on, or anybody else from your dealership, you let us know, because we'd love to have that. And if you
Especially if they're young and cute.
and if you have a, well, you don't think CT's young and cute? I mean, come on, look at that,
Yeah, look at this.
look at that.
Charlie, do you have a word?
My barber's good.
I do.
Mexican word for the day?
I don't have a Mexican word today,
That's good.
but would you like another Mexican word?
No,
today?
do you have a final thought for the day?
I have a final thought for today, and it comes from our deceased birthday girl today, Tammy Wynette. Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man.
That's the words to the song.
Exactly. That's her final quote
Oh.
today. Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. Stand by your man. Say the funniest time I ever saw that song was when they do it in the Blues Brothers. They're in Bob's Country Bunker, beer bottles are flowing, and
Yeah.
Jake Blues and Elwood start getting that song, Stand By Your Man. Guys, thanks for joining us. Tomorrow we've got our paper guy, what's his name? Dustin Pierce will be on tomorrow. Thursday we got Colleen Roundhouse. Bill Lehrman Friday, he's working to get somebody. And then Wednesday, right now we're open. So right now, you're going to be here Wednesday, right? So right now it's just me, Jer, and Rick right now.
Oh, yeah.
But we might be able to find someone else.
Well, if not, we'll go out and get some off the street.
All right. Everybody have a great day.